mankind. Think about the last time you were at school, the grocery store, the mall. People of all ages and cultures have an earbud in their ear. Why is that? Because music is our safe space. Music is there for us when we are happy, when we are sad, depressed, joyful, busy, anxious, bored, depressed, etc. No matter what we are going through or the emotions we may be feeling, music is there, always. My name is Brody, and I'm 14 years old. I have dyslexia, which means reading and writing can be a little bit harder for me than for some of my friends. Growing up, learning how to read and write was very difficult. Thankfully, I found music, and specifically singing, to help me cope and learn at an early age. For me, singing has been like a superpower. Despite not always being able to express myself in the same way as others, when I sing, I truly feel like I can be me. Whether I'm hanging out with my friends and family, I'm in classroom at school, or recording on my YouTube channel, I no longer feel like I'm left out. Music gave me confidence when I felt invisible. It helped me find my voice when I thought I didn't have one. Now imagine a world where we didn't just talk, we sang everything. What if we only communicated through song? Imagine your teacher greeting you in the morning with, "Good morning, class," instead of "Good morning, class." Which greeting leaves you feeling more excited and ready to learn? I know which one gets my attention. Now let's take that idea to the next level. Imagine learning about fractions or the Civil War through music. I would bet a lot more students would be able to remember the lessons. Not only do I personally believe that this would be effective, but it is also backed up by science. According to the study by Harvard Health Publishing, music can activate almost all brain regions and networks. It can keep a myriad of brain pathways and networks strong. Those networks that are involved in happiness, well-being, learning, cognitive functions, quality of life, etc. Now, think about your favorite song from when you were very little. Raise your hand if you know every word, or at least the important ones. See? That's most of you. Now raise your hand if you remember what you ate for lunch 2 Saturdays ago. As I thought, not many. What about the year George Washington became president? As I thought, very few of you. Just from the small poll you all participated in, it is apparent that music leaves a lasting impression. Now consider this. If music has such a positive impact on people, how much better students would do if all their lessons were through song? I would bet a lot of money that students' happiness and overall grades would go way up. Currently, 15% of students in public schools have a learning disability. You might think that percentage sounds low, but it is actually 7.5 million students across the globe. Imagine how difficult it is being that student in a regular classroom. I am that student. I am that student. And I will tell you firsthand, it is hard. I've dreamt of a day where we all learned through song and how much that would help me remember what was being taught. While I know learning through music would help people with learning disabilities, it would also benefit students without learning disabilities as well. Anyone heard of the 7 Continents song by Hopscotch? Asia, Africa, North and South America, Antarctica, Europe, finally Australia. I bet I just unlocked a core memory for some of you. That is what music does. It takes concepts of all difficulty levels and composes them into digestible pieces of information. Music turns words into something we can feel and connect with. And not just in school. What if we used music in everyday life to communicate our emotions better? I envision a world where CEOs, world leaders, police officers, etc., delivering their messages through song. Imagine how powerful those messages could be. It's an idea that is so extraordinary, some would even go on to say that it is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. See what I did there? Let's do a show of hands again. Raise your hand if you know what movie that song's from. If you guessed Mary Poppins, you'd be correct. And I'm sure you also gained other valuable lessons from that cinematic masterpiece, such as how to take medicine to ensure that it goes down, as well as how to properly sweep your chimney. No matter where you're from or what language you speak, a song can make you feel something even if you don't understand the words. Music is truly a powerful tool that can bring people together. I believe that the world would be a much more connected and better place to live. Now, I know not everyone loves to sing, but when you sing, it is often easier to get your feelings across. For me and many others, singing allows me to express my innermost feelings when I truly want to speak from my heart, when I can't find out the words to say. I truly believe that the world would be a much more connected and better place to live. It would bring us closer, it would make us kinder, and it would show that even if words fail or language is a barrier, we can still be heard and our emotions felt. Next time you're having a rough day, try singing it. You might be surprised on how much easier it is to get your message across. And if the world ever does start communicating through song, I'll be ready. I got my playlist all set. Oh yeah, one last thing. George Washington, he became president in 1789. For those of you who thought 1776. Good effort, wrong Hamilton song.